Hey, all right, welcome back to Raff's Brain, a show about things that are interesting to me. I am your host, Rob Raffety. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks. Oh my goodness. What a week. What a couple of weeks. You can probably still tell by the raspy voice and occasional sniffles and coughs that you will hear in this live to tape walk and talk, walk and cough episode of Raff's Brain. I'm still recovering, but I'm so grateful to say I am definitely on the tail end of that sickness, that disturbing, filthy, disgusting, horrific illness that plagued me for the better part of 2 weeks, man. I'm not kidding. I was out of commission, especially the middle of this past week. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna talk about that a little bit, and I want to go through it in further detail. I want to regale you with my reflections and observations and perspectives on, that we call it an ordeal. That's what I would call it. Yes, an ordeal. That's what it was. It was just a crazy couple of weeks, unlike I've had in recent memory in terms of my health and wellness. But first, I want to start off with a crazy story. I mean, it's not that crazy. I don't want to oversell it, but I want to tell you about something that happened just last night. So as I said, I've been recovering from this illness, and for the first time in weeks, I finally felt like I might have the strength and the constitution to step out into the North Arlington neighborhood and grab a little dinner with the wife. Yes, you wouldn't think that was such an incredible ambition, but it felt like it's like, am I ready to go out there? Am I ready to resume that type of normalcy? I thought I was, and maybe it was a little premature. I was coughing a lung up a little bit at the restaurant, and that gets some nasty looks. People don't like it when you're out sick in public. I don't personally mind it. I'm just like, I roll with it. I appreciate people who try to push through, but there's a real sensitivity to that. Thankfully, we were outside. It was one of these tiny restaurants. They have a little back patio. It was beautiful out. It was really nice, crisp, cool air. So it was great for me to be outside, noshing on some French cuisine. By the way, I'll just give a little plug for it. It's this little restaurant in the Lee, I think it's called the Lee Shops or something like that. It's called Colleen's Cafe, I think is the name of it. Really enjoyed that. Had some French onion soup and what else did I have? Sea bass. Yeah, it was a great dinner. Actually, we're going back. We were like, how come we don't come here more, man? It's actually named Colleen. It's my wife's name. Why wouldn't we go to a place that has your namesake, So we're going to go there more often. I think we really enjoyed it. Anyway, I coughed up a couple lungs, but I also threw back a few French beers. By the way, the French beer, it's a lager. I can't remember the name of it, but they serve it in really tiny glasses. I was disappointed. The volume of beers, everything's smaller, it's just one of those things. It was definitely European. They respect portion sizes a little more than us Americans. Anyway, great restaurant. I could use a little bit more beer in my belly next time. But anyway, the story that's crazy, the thing I wanted to really go through real quickly was on the way home, man. On the way home, it's dark out. First of all, it's getting dark early. It was only like 7. We went out early, and then so we'd come home a little early. It's like 7:30. Pitch black, man. Pitch to the black. That was something. And we turned a corner, probably about 4 blocks from home. I'm in the car. I'm in a Toyota truck type SUV. And turn the corner, and we see these two legs sticking out of the ground. It looks like they're attached to a body. Then there's a walker. What's going on, man? Like, yes, there was a collapsed elderly person just right there on the sidewalk. And the crazy thing was, cars were going past him, dude. No one was stopping. I don't know if they didn't see him. He was kind of, camouflaged. It was like not a well-lit street. So, I'm not trying to judge the passersby, but anyway, I turned the corner. Hey, is someone fall over there? Holy smokes, better get out. So park the car, hit the hazards, hop out, race over. Oh my gosh, it's my neighbor. Dude, we had this old neighbor. His name's Muhammad. He's about 90, 91 years old. Always a very nice guy. But, he's getting up there. What are you doing, Muhammad? Are you okay? I am okay. Yeah, I can't do his accent. He's a great guy. He's very friendly, but I think he's getting a little bout of dementia. And he didn't really understand what was happening. He's like, where are you going? What are you doing? He's just out for a walk on your walker. What are you doing? He was no worse for the wear, but still, you just don't know what's going on. Is he having a stroke? Is there something else? So, call the ambulance. They show up. Arlington County is on point with the EMS, man. They had the fire station, the fire truck roll in. The ambulance comes in there, checks him out. We track down his son's number. We met his son a few weeks ago at our annual block party and had a nice convo, so we were able to give him a call, and he's going to take half an hour, 45 minutes to get over. The ambulance takes Muhammad back to his house, and that was just a wild moment, dude. He decided he did not want to go to the hospital. He was, physically fit, mentally aware, partially, I would say. So, I don't know how I feel about it, but the ambulance waited for his son to arrive, and then hopefully things are going a little bit better today. But it's just a great reminder. You never know when those kind of small crises or emergencies are going to crop up, and then how do you react? How do you behave? It was a coincidence that we knew this gentleman. What if it was some stranger, I think you just follow the same protocol. You stop the car, you get out, you check. If there's some serious problem, if there was blood or a cut or a wound, you administer first aid. I'm a Boy Scout. I know how to do that. You guys know how to do that? If you don't know first aid, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's very I don't think you might not be a very responsible citizen. This is stuff that it's like basic respect for your fellow neighbors. CPR, first aid, and then 911, of course. Let the professionals handle most of it. But I was a little upset that no one else had stopped. I don't know how long he had been there. That's the thing. He doesn't know either because he's not all there. But I don't know. What if we had not seen him or wouldn't have stopped? How long would he been out? It wasn't super cold last night, but when you're 90, 91 years old, how long can you last? Face down in like a pile of leaves. Oh my gosh. What a world. And then your mind just starts going all sorts of crazy places like, where am I going to be when I'm 91? Am I going to be walking around the streets of North Arlington, scooting around with my walker? Is anyone going to be like looking out for me? It's just one of those moments that kind of triggers some introspection and reflection. But anyway, it all worked out. No one got nothing too harmful there. I think it all worked out. But what I want to talk about briefly is the last couple weeks, man. I've been really derailed. I've not been releasing many Raff's Brain episodes. I've not been hitting up the hot yoga studio. I've not been doing much other than recovering and suffering and recovering and struggling with this dreaded illness. Let me walk you through it just so you understand the timeline. And I hate to say it, but I think it might have been triggered around the time of my father-in-law's passing, which, he passed away on Friday, October 11th. And Colleen went up to handle some of the immediate issues surrounding that. I went up on Sunday with the dog. It was, we were trying to navigate a lot of things. I drove up separately, got there Sunday, but I was already starting to feel sick. I knew something was hitting me. I was coming down with it. Still, I just thought it would be like a cold, like a 24, 48-hour bug, 72 at worst. We've all had those in our lives. You can kick that, no problem. OTC meds out the yin-yang. You're good to go. So I'm like, yeah, give me some Robitussin, give me some Mucinex, throw up some Tylenol, sinus, whatever. I'm going to be good, Oh, little did I understand I was on the precipice of a horrific illness. So yeah, I'm up there. The funeral was on Monday. So viewing, funeral, wake, pretty pleasant, actually. All things considered, it was a nice little small family gathering. Good to see people. I was not well. I was struggling and coughing, gagging. I knew it was getting worse. I was descending. I was declining. And then something really silly happened, man. On Monday morning, when I was trying to pop some Dayquil, they have these gel caps. You're probably familiar with the Dayquil gel caps. NyQuil and Dayquil, there's the two sides of the same coin. They're treating your symptoms. One probably includes like the sleep accelerant. The other probably includes some uppers. I don't know if that's true. But the bottom line is, I'm on the Dayquil. But this was the scariest thing, folks. And I'm curious if any of you have experienced this. And I'm going to tell you, it happened twice over the past 2 weeks. I choked while I was taking the Dayquil. It's a big pill. It's at least the size of like a AAA battery. Why are we making pills that big, bro? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? You just kind of test my gag reflex? Why are we making these things so big? Cut those in half. Anyway, I'm not joking, dude. It got stuck sideways in my esophagus, but it's a horrible feeling. Choking is horrific. It is the worst. Now, I was ramming my gut up against the bar. There's like a mini bar in this Airbnb where we're staying. Colleen's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, choking. Ah! I was like flailing around. I did think I was going to die briefly, but I was thrusting my gut against the it's like a not a mini bar, I don't know what you would call it, an island. Like just jamming it repeatedly. Boom, boom, trying to, it's like a self-Heimlich maneuver situation. But then I realized I could kind of breathe, so it wasn't stuck in my esophagus. It wasn't stuck in my air pipe. It was stuck in my esophagus. Is that right? The esophagus is where the food goes. The trachea, is that what it's called? Where the air goes? You have two pipes, folks. You have the food pipe and the air pipe. Well, this damn pill was stuck it's like sideways in my food pipe, and it hurt, and it was blocking, and it was causing me to really gag and freak out. But I could still breathe a little bit, so it wasn't obstructing my airway. Anyway, because it was one of those gel cap pills, I think it ended up it took like 2 minutes. I'm gagging, I'm jamming my guts against the island, I'm freaking out, I'm like slobbering, everything, it's nuts. Colleen's gonna call the 911, I'm like, oh no, I don't want to be an inconvenience. Then I was like, am I going to die here? Dude, this is her dad's funeral today. I mean, it's like all these crazy thoughts are going through my brain. And I think what happened, though, is eventually that gel cap just kind of succumbed to the saliva and pressure of my trachea, or whatever the hell it is. Food pipe, esophagus. Good times. And then I could feel that medicine just like drooling down and burning my... Oh, it was horrible. And it was just one of those moments, like, if that's how I go out, what a way to go. I mean, I'd be so depressed. Hey guys, Raffety died. Oh man, what happened? Was he like trying to rescue somebody in a street fight or something? No. He choked on a gel cap on vacation, on a family trip. What? He choked on a gel cap. And it prompted me to Google this. Occasionally people die from pills. This is starting to freak me out. It is not common, but it does happen. Typically it's elderly folks. But they choke on medicine. The pills are too big, dude. Pharma, get it together. Very upsetting. And also embarrassing to talk about it. At the wake, the family's like laughing at me, calling. He's like, yeah, Rob almost died today. He was choking on a pill. A pill? How do you choke on a pill? What's wrong with you? I mean, I understand. It's not normal. I've never had problems swallowing pills before. It's the first time in my life. Don't give me a break, man. It was real. It wasn't psychosomatic. Anyway, I survived, but the illness got worse. It kind of got a little better before it got worse. It's just, it ebbed and flowed for that first 5, 6, 7 days. Some good, some highs, some lows. I was super medicated on the OTC, and it was like, I try to figure out what's the optimal mix. I was like looking into the chemistry of Sudafed and Mucinex and Tylenol, Motrin, whatever. Dristan. They don't make that anymore, but I was able to find some off the street. It's Pittsburgh after all. You got dealers everywhere. I'm just kidding. I don't do that stuff. Listen, you get the point. I was just mixing and matching whatever crazy concoction of meds I could throw down my gullet. Anyway, I roll back on Wednesday of that week. What day is that? I mean, if Monday's the 13th, maybe 15th, I don't know. I don't have a calendar in front of me. Bottom line is I'm still feeling pretty lousy. I get back because I got to go to work on Thursday. I got things to do. I went into work and I was kind of dragging. I knew I was in trouble. I was, oh, man. But I got to give a tour. I got to talk to some college kids. I got to inspire them about the principles of human progress. I got to talk about my job. So I kind of put on a good song and dance. I think I impressed. Did a great job. Check out my LinkedIn page if you want to see a little recap of that. So that was fun. But then it went really downhill on Friday. Bad. I was at work though, because I just pushed through. I got to show face, I can't just be not present. If I'm not present, am I really contributing? So yeah, I was at the office on Friday. Friday the 18th, is that what day it was? I think. And I remember one meeting at the end of the day where I was just like coughing ridiculous, and the girl was like, "Dude, are you okay?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm pushing through." I didn't upset her. I think she was okay with it. But I had a really good meeting. It was an hour long. Was rapping all about our internal comms, LinkedIn strategy. I'm going to come out and guns blazing in November. You have no idea what's in store. I'm going to melt faces with my LinkedIn strategy. I cannot wait. So I'm motivated, yes. Even as I'm sick, I'm trying to push through and just demonstrate that this is not going to hold me back, man. So that was a good meeting. Get home, crash. And then Saturday, it really just descends. That's when I had to get my, what's it called? Telemed visit, yes. That was really good, except I don't know if she got me the right diagnosis. And then in retrospect, she gave me some ampicillin or whatever, and some cough meds that didn't work. That weekend was horrific. I'm descending into epiphany of darkness. Coughing, choking, gagging, snot, mucus, membrane everywhere. It's like, what is going on? I've got something. And you cough so much and so frequently that your lungs hurt, your ribs hurt, you're bruising your muscles and tendons. Can you bruise tendons? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. It was horrific. My rib cage was all jacked up. Oh, God. And but here's the cool thing. Well, my wife's like, you should probably go to the clinic. That's the step before you go to the hospital. You try to go to those little quick clinics. Do you have access to that? I don't know. Let me check. Couple clicks on the internet. Boom, boom. Yes, I do. Right down the street. 8:30 Monday morning appointment. Sign me up. It's like, this is pretty good. This is pretty convenient. I have good health care. America's great. I sleep soundly, not. And then I get up and I go. And the telemed visit was impressive. The clinic visit was a miss, dude. Right from the get, I walk in the door. I put a mask on because I'm trying to let them know I got something I'm trying to prevent. They take me back. They're like, okay, so what brings you in today, Mr. Raffety? I said, hey, about, I don't know, a week and a half ago, I started feeling lousy and I had this little light cough. It's persistent and then a lot of mucus. And then, no. She cuts me off. Cuts me off mid-sentence. She says, no, I don't need to hear that. I don't need to hear your backstory. She's kind of aggressive with me. This is really very quite unexpected, you know. I don't need to hear your backstory. What brings you in today? I was like, hacking cough and sore lungs and body aches. Okay, that's what I need to know. Thank you. So it's like, right off the bat, I'm in a bad spot with this lady. What did I ever do to you, man? You asked me, what brings you in here today? I'm trying to give you the full context. If I'm a doctor and I'm taking stock of a patient, I want to get the full context. I'm not starting off with my life story. I'm from West Virginia. I went to college in a small liberal arts school. No, I'm not going that far back. I was just telling her, what brings you in today? Well, I was going to try to tell her this was a symptom that's been developing wouldn't you want to know that if you're a doctor? You want to know if your patient, how long they've been suffering? Apparently not. What brings you in today? Okay. Well, so it does a couple things. Takes my temperature, does all that good stuff. Oh, God. The doctor will be in just a moment to see you. It was a very, terse. And then here's the thing, I got to be patient, understanding. I don't know what's going on in this lady's life. I don't know what I did to set her off. Maybe I look funny. I don't know. Was it me? Probably not. She may have had a bad day. Maybe she's got other issues. Everyone's got issues. Don't take it personally. Okay, take a chill pill. So I sit back, and then the doc comes in. But he's just, really quick. Okay, let me look at you. Okay, take some deep breaths. Okay, let me look up your nose. Yeah, okay, let me look in your ears. Okay, you have a sinus infection, sir. I'm like, that was a rather quick diagnosis. You only looked at me for 30 seconds. He's just trying to get me through and out the door, man. Looks like you just need some stronger meds. We're gonna amp up they're gonna next level of penicillin, whatever the hell that's called. It's like amoxicillin plus, and we're gonna give you some nasal spray. You're good to go. Pat me on the back. I'm like, dude, should I get a chest X-ray? Here's where I'm gonna tell you folks right now. We have all, as consumers, and as the primary responsibility for our own health and wellness, we need to take greater control and be more assertive. And I'm number one failure at this. I'm terrible. I just don't like conflict. I don't like to be a jerk. I want to be easygoing. I want to be low maintenance. I just don't want to be a complainer, a whiner, a hypochondriac. I fear that. Why? Where does that come from? In the back of my mind, I'm saying, I know my lungs are messed up, bro. Can I just get a chest X-ray to just, throw me in the chest X-ray. Snap a couple shots. Let's just check it out. I didn't do that. I didn't even ask for it. If I had, would he have consented to that? Oh yeah, let's do that just to be safe. I don't know. And we will never know because I didn't ask. Because I'm weak. I'm weak and pathetic, and I hate that about myself. I gotta step up for myself more. That's something I'm gonna have to learn from this experience. So, I should have asked, hey, I think I need a chest x-ray. There's something in my chest. There's something wrong with my lungs, Bora, my breathers. So I didn't ask, but I just took head out, go to the pharmacy. They don't have the extra strength, penicillin plus, whatever the hell that was. They didn't have it. It wasn't ready. Okay, well, I went home, just continued to medicate on some, mixed bag of whatever pills I could grab from our little knick-knack drawer. Oh, that was brutal. I sustained a couple more days. I do the nasal spray. That was messed up. That burns, bro. Ow. I didn't like it. I don't need it. I don't have a sinus infection. I kind of wanted to say, I'm not a doctor. I'm not an MD. I'm not an osteopathic medicine or whatever. I don't have that knowledge, but I just kind of have a sense of things. I don't think this is a sinus infection, my friend. I can self-diagnose. I got WebMD. I know doctors hate that shit. I know they hate it. I would hate it if a patient comes in and tries to pretend that they know what's up. So anyway, I wasn't like that. A couple more days pass, and this is where it gets really sideways, man. October 23rd, my birthday, the big 4-9. Of course, I had all these grand ambitions and plans. I'm going to release this awesome podcast show. I got it all. It's like half written at this point. It was such a work of art. It's such I was so excited about that birthday as a launch date for a story. But that got all bent sideways. I figured it's not going to happen. But I didn't know that I'd be in the dang hospital. I was like, I got to go to the ER, man. My wife's out of town. She was doing some work business. I'm like, I'm just going to walk over to the ER. This is the one nice thing about my neighborhood. Many nice things about my neighborhood. I live within a short walking distance of one of the best hospitals in America, Virginia Hospital Center. VHC, baby. Love that place. I love being so close. Makes me feel safe and warm. So I was able to stroll over there. First thing, Wednesday, 23rd, my birthday. It is nice when you walk into an ER and you check in and you hand over your identification and they go, hey, happy birthday. So they noticed. Hey, this is a great way to spend number 4-9. What's your problem? I kind of walked them through the whole situation. Unlike the clinic, the ER, they want to listen to you. They gave me room and space to communicate, to talk and explain what happened. Now, that made me feel good, like I'm in the right place. These people care. They started taking my blood. It was like a NASCAR pit stop. They had like 3 people coming in. They're tapping your arms. They're tying you down. They're getting your blood pressure. They're putting this air mask on. They're getting all sorts of things going. I'm like, yes, I'm in the right place. They want to address these issues. I was just so... You get a feeling of confidence, right? The male nurse, was super friendly. He's like, you look like you're in rough shape, man. I'm glad you're here. Like, that's just cool. Like, that type of customer service. It was just a really, really good start. But I still felt bad. I'm coughing my lungs up. I'm achy. They're like, yeah, you got something, man. They did the old COVID swab. Confirmed it was not COVID. And then they sent me back to my own little room. And then the doctor came in and checked me out. Got some chest x-rays. And then like half an hour later, she concluded that I have not pneumonia, which is good, because that's what they thought. They say, like, this is all presenting all the symptoms of pneumonia. You might have pneumonia, my friend. That could be bad. I was like, uh-oh, that could be lousy. But no, you don't have pneumonia. Good news. Chest x-rays were negative on pneumonia. You just have a real nasty rhinovirus infection, viral URI, upper respiratory infection with a hacking cough. We're going to take care of you, but here's the problem. Here's the secret. Because I was like, what's all this mean? What's the upshot, doc? Well, we can't really cure this. Your body's just going to have to figure it out. All we can do is help you with the symptoms. Oh, man. Well, and she's like, it could be another week. Oh, what? That was last Wednesday, so it's Saturday right now. Yeah, man, I'm still not fully recovered. I'm feeling a lot better. My body is definitely on the rebound. I am walking around. I'm feeling better. I do sense that I am on the road to recovery, but I don't want to. This can't last for many more days. dude, it was nuts. Anyway, no worse for the wear. She gave me some meds, another nasal spray, which I haven't used because I just don't have any problems with my nostrils. But she also gave me some codeine. It's like, codeine, that sounds like a pretty intense drug. She's like, yeah, basically it turns into morphine in your body. So you got to be careful. Don't drink the whole bottle. Wow. I did look it up. Codeine is pretty intense, man. But it does help suppress cough. I appreciate that. And it's been good for me. And like I said, I'm on the mend. But all this just puts into perspective as I wrap this episode up. I just want to remind folks, man, this old cliche, it's a saying, I think it's Confucius, somebody out there once said, a healthy man has 1,000,000 wishes. An unhealthy man has but one. That is so true. That is so true. And for the past 2 weeks when I've been struggling and sick and just languishing and falling behind in work and personal creative ambitions, all these things are stacking up. I'm like, your head can go into a crazy place. I haven't been this sustainably sick for a long time. And you start going, is it going to end? Or is this it? Is this my destiny? Is this what it's going to be like forever? Now, you have to realize that's a mind game. You're going to be okay. You were at the ER. They discharged you. They said, go home. Get a couple days of rest. You're going to be okay. But you start to really it's a head game, man. And all you want to do is get better. All you want to do is get better so you can go out there and train for a marathon and make the greatest podcast ever and like crush it at work. And just like, you want to do all the things in life that you should be doing. And then when you get healthy, this is a danger, man. I know it. In a few days, I'll be back to normal. I think that's really the path that I'm on, thankfully. But how am I going to remember the urgency and the passion and the desire? And man, if sometimes when you complain and you whine about things and you get lazy and you just sit around like a slob, and otherwise your health is perfect. But you don't have the motivation. I'm just going to be a little lazy punk. That is weakness. That is pathetic. That is unacceptable. So in a way, I'm recording this episode for myself as a reminder. When I do recover fully, and I do have free time and an opportunity to chase the things that I'm excited about, to do the things I want to do with my life, yet I don't find the motivation or I find some type of thing to complain about, I need to check myself right there, instantly. And remember, it wasn't all that long ago that you were sick as a dog. All you wanted was to be better so you could start doing the things you love. So get that mindset in perpetuity. Every day you wake up healthy, you are winning. Get to work. Make a difference. Life is temporary, my friend. Do not waste it. Don't be a sloth. Yeah. So I'm feeling good about that lesson. It's really, really, really solidified. I'm coming out strong, man. I cannot wait. Give me a couple more days. I'll be fully recovered. I'm gonna go bananas. Now here's the problem. I know myself. And I know sometimes I get a little too intense. So maybe I'll be a little too aggressive. I'm going to go yoga 2 times a day for the next month. I'm not going to do that. I got to keep balanced and don't go overboard. But I definitely am. I just got to keep pushing, man. All these things culminate. A death in the family, horrific sickness, my 49th birthday and the precipice of 50 years old, half a century. Time is passing by. We are limited here. And the window of opportunity for you to do the things you want to do is closing. Always, perpetually, every second of every day. So don't delay. Okay? That's the number one thing. Please, please don't delay. Don't think, don't contemplate, don't strategize, don't just plan. Execute. That is the key. That's the lesson. Man, I feel good about this episode. I'm pumped up. I'm motivated. I'm ready to crush. Give me a couple more days. If I can get this belated birthday bonanza episode, it's going to be awesome. I have a great feeling about it. Even if it's not awesome, at least I'll do it. I'll get it out the door because I'm going to commit to it. And that's what's going to happen. I'm going to follow through. Whew. And anytime I need a motivational speech, I'm going to come back to this episode. The sickness episode. Do not get sucked into the belief that your health and wellness is permanent. It's not. Make the most of it when you got it. All right, folks, that's it. Man, I'm feeling great. It's a beautiful day. Late October. The fall is here. I'm still alive. Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful thing. Have a great day. See you next time on Raff's Brain. Peace out.